We are going to show you how to fill up the application form online successfully. So we have reached the application form page. This is one particular form number, and this is the application form. So you'll have to choose. We'll show it for individual. The same thing will hold good for corporate forms also. This is very important. You need to click this button, download the GTC, and take your time and go through the GTC in detail to understand all the contents and all the terms and conditions of the lottery and of this project. Please take your time, go through this in detail. Now you need to choose whether it's individual or corporate. So we'll choose individual, and you'll have to choose. If you look at here, there are multiple flat type options provided here. You will have to choose. So say I am looking for a 2-bedroom flat, and I'm okay if I even get a 2-bedroom plus study or a 2.5 BHK flat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose all these options which I want, and now I'll have to provide my preference. So say I want this 2-bedroom 2-toilet type B1. So I'll say preference 1. Say my second preference is the type B 2B2T. Say my third preference is 2.5 BHK 2T, and my fourth preference is a type A 2B2T1. So I provide my choices and my preference in that order. Now I'll have to move, and I'll have to now choose, okay, what type of floor I'm looking at. So we have provided you two categorizations. One is ground to fourth, the other one is fifth to 12th. So this is a choice of preference only, please understand. So if you say prime, you will first be put into the application lots for the prime flats, which is 5th to 12th floor flats. And if you still do not get a flat in this, don't worry, you'll still be eligible for the lottery of ground to 4th floor flats. So it's just a choice of preference. So say here we can say prime, or say if you want one of the lower floors, you can go for standard. So say I'll go for standard. Now you'll have to provide your car parking preference. So you can say open or covered, or car parking, or open or covered two-wheeler parking. You'll have to you can provide your preference here. We have explained all the details how the lottery will be done, allotment will be done for which type of flats. So say suppose I choose an open car parking here, and I also want an open two-wheeler here. So I provided my preference. Now this is also very important. You'll have to provide an installment payment plan or down payment plan choice here. So say we go for an installment payment plan. Now you can see all those fields which are required are marked as mandatory here. So now you'll have to provide the details. I'll provide the first name here, then the last name, then your father's name, so I'll be providing a lot of dummy data as well. So you'll have to just choose any of the year here. So you can choose any of the month and year here and provide the details. But the gender, spouse name is not mandatory to be provided. If you don't want to provide, you can just ignore that. Nationality is required, so you'll have to provide the detail here. This is again just a random number I provided. Aadhaar number is also required. Is not mandatory, but if you have it, you can please provide it. You provide a mobile number, which is important. Address is required to be provided, so please provide your address here. So I'll just be writing, say, any head office address. Correspondence address, if it's the same, you can just copy and paste the detail from here and you can paste it here. So I'll just paste it because I'm just entering dummy data, but you'll have to ensure that you provide the correct data here. Professional details, all these details are mandatory. So you'll have to say self-employed, private, government, business, whichever it is. You'll have to select the field of work. So here we'll select say real estate and construction. Name of the organization. I have to enter the name of the organization. The managing director, so choosing that, then you can go to gross annual family income, whatever position you hold. If you don't, if you can say go to other. If you're an executive, you can mention that. Select gross annual family income. You have to provide a reference for us. This will make it easier for us to uh, supply you with the correct home loan details. Joint applicant and nominee is important. So either you have a joint applicant or you have a nominee. So we'll just say to a nominee, and let's just relation with applicant. Say I'll say my mother. This is just a random number. These details are important. If you can see, there's a asterisk sign here. So if it's important, you'll have to provide it. If it's the same address, I'll just say it's the same address. So I'll just copy and paste them here. But this is the format you have to provide the address in. So please ensure that you provide the correct address details. Bank account details are very important. You'll have to provide them correctly because all the refunds and everything they will be done in this account only. So please take note of that. So here, so I'll just provide my name, bank's name, whatever bank name it is. If it's State Bank of India, you can provide here. If it's any other bank, we have given you the option. Savings account, with whatever type of account it is, you need to provide the detail. Account number is important. So I can just say, just entering some random numbers here. They're all random numbers, but you'll have to provide the correct details. This is some basic survey information that we are collecting, so we know why you like the project and how we can make improvements to our project and survey better. So, if it's personal use, home loan, we want to know whether you will be availing home loan or not, so we can connect you with the right kind of guys and right team. Which banks are preferred, so you can provide multiple choices here. How did you know about us? So you can provide multiple choices here. So if you saw us, if you got an email, if you got an SMS, saw us on Facebook, you went through our website directly, you saw our ad in some newspaper which helped you make the decision or which brought you to our page. So we would like to know all that. It's going to really help us on how we can reach our for the customers and how we can also service you, so we know this is one of the which are the best ways to reach our customers. uh, we have been advertising in multiple channels, so we want to know which channels you like to watch. These are just basic survey questions, and we'll be really glad if you can provide your details. Preferred newspaper, which newspaper you get at your home. These are some important informations for us to tailor your experience. This is also important, so we know how to contact you best. What features you like in the project. If you come through any channel partner, they would have provided you their name and their empanelment number, so you can enter that. And once you click here, then and if you accept it, so we expect that you have gone through the GTC and done everything, and you can press the accept button. And now you can either save it as a draft, so you can come back later, or you can just straight away go to submit and pay. So you go to submit and pay, and see, since the form was entered correctly, this is the page we got to. I'll just go back and just show you once again. I'll take you through the form, so you understand which fields are important. I'll take you through very slowly, so you know how we have entered the fields, which fields are important. You can in this video you can just pause this section, you can just go through it again if you have any confusion. So just trying to show you how we have entered the details. Which fields are absolutely mandatory, which fields are optional. If it's possible, please provide all information. This is a home you're buying, so we want to capture all this information. It's a very simple form. See, it will, as I'm recording the video, it's hardly taking us 10 to 15 minutes to complete this form. Of course, you'll have to set aside a specific timeline for going through the GTC. That is something which you'll have to do. Now when you go to submit and pay, so there are three options here. You can either pay through a credit card, or you can pay through a debit card, or you can pay through net banking. So these are one of the options. Few of the options that you will have to choose, and you will have to make the payment. And then once you press the, say if you want to choose net banking, then you can press the pay now button. Now it will straight away take you to this Easy Avenue page. You need not worry about these details. Here you can check your or you can access your favorite bank, or your specific bank with whom you are banking with. You can choose their details here, and then you can continue and make the payment. There are certain transaction fees also here, which are applied on this transaction, so you'll have to take note of them as well. Then when you press the make payment button, it will take you to that particular bank to complete the payment. We hope this has been informative, and this has helped you how to make the payment, and how to fill up the form and how to make the payment. Once you make the payment, you'll go to a payment successful page, and you will also be able to download a receipt of that. Thank you.